Okay, I got another review, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to introduce myself anymore. I just think it's annoying. Okay, I got another review. Before I go on, if you... who cares? You don't care if I do an intro or not. I probably will forget about the next video I do and record. Odds are, I'm recording this, and you'll probably... Let's see... It's November 8th as I'm recording this. Odds are you'll see this in a month maybe, because I'm gonna put one video up a day. So I can kind of spread it out evenly. Because I only have so much to review. You already know the situation probably. Okay, today I'm gonna review the first volume of the new Nova ongoing. The first volume is called Annihilation Quest. Many comic fans might know Annihilation Conquest was the name of a cosmic Marvel event miniseries that occurred last 2008, and there's a reason for this. Now, okay, there was a miniseries called Annihilation Nova, which was an Annihilation tie-in. There was two miniseries events. There was Annihilation, which was the first Annihilation. And, you can collect the entire Annihilation. There's 30 trades to collect all the miniseries and the main miniseries. And I want to get those, but it's expensive. And then there's Annihilation Conquest. And this takes it. Now, this is the first 7 issues. This takes place right after the Nova miniseries, where Well, let's just start out. Let me just kind of give you a brief thing of Nova. Nova is essentially he's kind of like a combination. He's like a Marvel Green Lantern, but he's like a combination of Green Lantern and Spider-Man with the whole young hero thing. And there was the Nova Corps, and I do know from Annihilation Nova, the Nova Corps version of Oa was destroyed by Annihilus, the big villain of Annihilation. And the World Mind, which is his big supercomputer, has been uploaded into Richard Rider, who's the main Nova in the series. Who's the main Nova? Kind of like how Hal Jordan's one of the main Green Lanterns. And you see that he's essentially trying to solve all these problems, because remember, they're like the police. So when there's trouble, police call Nova Corps, and he's the only Nova. He's the last Nova. And he's just kind of stretching, he's just working himself to death. And then he crashes back to Earth, where now this takes place after Secret Invasion, and he runs into Iron Man. This is when during the whole registration thing. And the one thing, there's this cool scene in here where he talks to Iron Man, and he's like, "Where have you been?" And it's like, "Dude, I've been in outer space where there's been a war, dude, seriously." And he's like, "Well, it's not important here, and our detectors didn't suspect it." But I actually was a big fan. I don't know how that could have happened. And they have this big conversation whether or not he'll register, and he meets up with a lot of his... Now, Nova was a member of the team, the New Warriors. And for those of you who are not completely aware, the New Warriors were the thing that essentially started Civil War, because the beginning of Civil War was their fault, because they were filming a reality show and something went wrong and they killed a school, and they destroyed a school and killed many kids and children and people. So this is him kind of realizing, oh my god, they did this, and there's a run-in with the Thunderbolts, which is Penance, Venom, I don't know the other two, I'm sorry. He's fighting them, and then Iron Man and a bunch of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents come in, and since he's an unregistered hero, and Iron Man says you can finally leave, and he goes to see his family, who have missed him. And then he sees his brother Robbie, who's Penance. I think he's his brother. No, Robbie Baldwin. I'm sorry, Robbie Baldwin, who was Speedball originally, but now he's Penance. And he leaves, and that's basically the first 3 issues are kind of not like a connected story. And then the issues 4 through 7. Now these are tie-ins to Annihilation Conquest. And if you get the 2 Annihilation Conquest trades, this is in there too. And I was reading this. I was not confused at all what was happening. I understood it was his own story. I never got the idea that there was another event happening. I believe you could read this and not worry about what the hell's happening. Well, I might be making that up. I don't know, because my attention span's so slow. I read this really, and let me continue with the story. There's the Felix, or like a tech organic thing, and then he's infected with the techno virus, and he's temporarily dead, and so they get a new Nova who's a female Nova, and you just see this huge battle. The one thing I love, they show a flashback of the Nova Corps, and there's a Nova who looks like Pikachu from Pokemon. I can't show you on this video because I am too damn lazy to add that picture and to figure out where to put it. But this story just kind of sums up everything. I mean, there's a time where he's trying to fight the technovirus, and he talks to him from the past. He's still infected with the technovirus, and he's fighting Drax the Destroyer, and let's see, what's her name? Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to find her name. I know this is unprofessional. I want to say her name is... I think it's Gamora. Yeah, it's Gamora. Sorry, I'm so stupid. Now, that's the story, and the story ends, and it says, continued in Nowhere, which is the next trade, which I'll review someday in the future. This was good. Let's talk about the creative team. It was written by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. Now, these guys are a well-known writing team. They're essentially writing every cosmic thing at Marvel right now. They've done... Let's see, what else have they done? I know they've done some Superman here and there. They've done... Well, it's ending soon as I'm recording this, but they did a run on the recent, I believe, the recent Authority series. There's like a million Authority series. And they do good storytelling. Sean Chen is the artist. Sean Chen, he's done Sensational Spider-Man, which used to be a Spider-Man series. I believe he did a lot of the the X-Men The End stuff. And then the covers are done by Ani Grainoff. And Ani Grainoff, he did Iron Man Extremis, which I'll review something I own someday. He was actually a designer. He helped design the Iron Man suit for the movie, which was essentially just they took his design from Extremis and kind of put that into the movie Iron Man. All in all, the story was pretty good. I wasn't bored throughout this whole story. The art was decent. I gotta give this a 9 out of 10. Pretty good. The covers were just nice to look at as well. That's all I have to say.